1 of 2021, which feels very good to say 2021. As everyone was on the planet, pretty much very tired of 2020. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out on this holiday weekend. Hope everybody had a really good New Year. I did. We had a lot of fun. Made wings, had my son's girlfriend over, so just the 5 of us, but we had a really good time. Played some Cards Against Humanity, which is always fun to do with the kids. Everyone learns a lot about each other, but I love that game. It's a lot of fun. In that vein, what beer am I drinking tonight? I'm going to get it out of the way quickly because I always forget to. It is Sierra Nevada Celebration. I've had this on another show a while ago. Was it the 20,000 one or something? I can't remember, but I do like Celebration a whole lot. It is a seasonal beer, and this year is very good. It is a little bit different every year, it seems like. And I'm a bit parched, so stand by one moment. There we go. That's better. So, yeah. Oh, wow. I got everything lined up pretty decently. It's kind of weird when you have to line up the camera. It's like all blurry. You can't quite see if you got it. So, yeah, Celebration's good stuff. And I think available nationwide. I haven't heard that it's only a regional thing, and we're not anywhere near their region, so I think it's nationwide available. You never know on holiday beers. But welcome everyone. One Knife Review, Russ Cagle, Max, Left-Handed Knife Reviews, Tom Kinchie, Bill, Tackle Central, Bill Brasky. That sounds like it's a line. Isn't that a name from a movie? Or from a SNL skit or something? I can't remember. Michael Morgan, hello. Joshua Stone, Jacob. SNL, yeah. Bill Brasky. What was that sketch? I just remember the voice. Very funny username though. So that's a deep cut reference. Unless your name is Bill Brasky. Oh, Swami, Jeff, everybody. Yeah, no real plan for tonight. Just gonna kind of hang out and chat. So is that just your real actual name, or is that a funny reference? Slicey, I know you don't do fixed blades, but you need to get one of those sharks from Alex Stein Gravery's local. Yeah, I have talked. I mean, I'm gonna get one of those at some point because he's a local guy. I want to support him. If I'm gonna have one fixed blade, it should be one of those. I just need to. We've tried to like meet up a couple times and it's never worked out. He's got kids and stuff, so he's always kind of busy. It is the reference, okay. As always, the super chat is open. If anybody wants to kick in a few shekels, it is always extremely much appreciated. So you can do that. Have you seen the Finch Holiday? I have. Yes, I'm probably going to get one of those. That looks pretty compelling to me. How you liking that Senka? It's great. The other two. Well, I liked one of the other. One of them I didn't care. I don't remember the model names. I liked the one that's kind of like a Backlash. The other one I was kind of meh about, but this one's pretty damn impressive. Especially with the micarta, $42. It is extremely impressive. I'm very much enjoying this. So, yeah, this I got a bunch of stuff from Cevivi Sencut Triumvirate, and I think this, well, of course, my Mini Buster was my favorite because I already reviewed it. I just wanted one. And then this and the Cevivi Pintail, well, I'll probably review tomorrow, actually, were my other favorites. Hello, Jeremy. Yeah, everybody click that like button. We got 79 of you on here. When we hit 100, we always do pocket checks. It's always fun to do. Try and save that till there's 100 people on here. And also, we talk about knives and try to stick pretty much to knives. We always veer off a little bit until it's for the first hour, and then so at 9 Eastern. I usually go an hour and a half. We'll talk about some other stuff. We'll talk about whatever you want. It usually devolves into watches, trucks, and Instant Pot. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Triple EDC. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you as well. Jeremy Bottoms, I've been struck low by the global bastard. Oh, no. Do you have the tickles? That's not good, Jeremy. I hope you're all right. Hey, I got through it, and I'm a very frail old man. So if I got through it, I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Just my best advice with it, having had it, at least for me, the way that I got it, is just patience. It's going to take a while. And don't try and do too much too soon. I made that mistake and got fairly sick again. Not didn't get it again, but I was getting better, and then I tried to do too much, and then I wound up having to lay low again for like another week because I just was a mess. Just scored a Strider .75 AR. Those look kind of cool. Hey man, do you see yourself reviewing or purchasing the Microtech Mini Trudon? No, I have a Combat Trudon, but I don't a Mini. I don't I don't get into small OTFs. I'm not in a place where I legally have to have them. The only one I like is that the Microtech Exoset, the little wallet thing. The money clip kind of one. Kind of tempted by that. Ooh, look at the Mini 940. Yeah, I had it out because actually it's going off to Metal Complex on the morrow. So COVID's beat me up right now. I got a few people that are on here. Yeah, it's not fun. Luckily, knock on something. I know so many people have passed away from it, but luckily a lot of people wind up getting through it. But man, it sucks. It's not good. People need to start taking this crap seriously. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't want to get into a rant, but I don't know what it's going to take for this country to take it seriously and actually do stuff. I don't understand it. I truly don't. It baffles me, and it's not a political issue. It's just, it baffles me. Wear a mask. Don't go out as much as you think you need to. Only go out when you actually need to. Just be decent. The Wii over here, this is the Mini Buster. It's the SNEX collaboration. I reviewed it quite some time ago, but it was a loaner from Stasa23, and he would not sell it to me, and I was mad at him about it. I'm only a little bit mad about it. But now I got it. So yeah, I got one of my very own. They're back out again, so I'm still not sure that it isn't some sort of limited production. New Benchmade. No, I already reviewed this one. It's the mini 940, the 945, whatever they call it. I already did a video on it. Yep, Jason. I'm not gonna repeat all your comments about it. I know people are gonna talk about the Global Bastard on here, but I'm not gonna repeat all your comments except saying that I'm agreeing with most of you. I don't want to make this whole show about that, but yeah, it's been awful. Is that a Pez dispenser? Yes, both of them. I have a Grogu. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. He has a name now, and Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. Triple EDC says, I'm not sure how I don't have a Mini Buster yet. My full-size Hoback SNEX Buster is one of my favorite knives. I've heard lots of really good things about that, but I've not experienced one yet. But yeah, the Mini Buster's pretty freaking awesome. It's my only SNEX experience, but I'm very happy with it. Thank you very much, Chris Wolf. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, Super Chat is open and always appreciated. Tyler says, I just ordered, hold on, I gotta scroll back up. Get out of my way here. I just ordered my first Hinderer, managed to find a skinny sheep's foot still in stock in blue anno. Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. I don't care for the blue anno, but I know most people really love it. It's one of the more coveted colors, but it's just one that never really struck with me. I do have one that has a lot of blue anno on it, but the frame itself isn't blue anno, but man, a skinny sheep's foot. I'd have taken one in blue. I want a skinny sheep's foot. TPK drooling over that shadow. Yeah, I still don't know when they're coming out. They did release them not just to a hand. It wasn't just Nick Shabazz and I that got one. They did just want to get them out to people and make sure that they were perfect. You know, all of us pretty much universally said, yes, they are. So there are no changes to production, but that's why they let me do the video so soon. Clincher37, any thoughts on the Cevivi Pintail? Yes, I have it right here. It's going to be tomorrow night's review because some other people got it sooner than me and they've already reviewed it. But I really, really like it. Don't get the black thumb studs, but other than that, it is awesome. S35VN, micarta, well under $100. What are they, like 80? Something like that. They're not horribly expensive and just very, very cool. What are we gonna? We'll put it up. Is it gonna fit up here if I move my toys? Yeah. I'm going to eat a Pez here in a minute, too, because I haven't had a Pez since I was like a little boy. I have lots of Pez dispensers, but I've always bought them like secondhand, and they didn't come with actual Pez. These two my wife got me for Christmas, and they were brand new and came with Pez, so the Mando is loaded up with Pez. Concept Goblin, yes, it is. I just got this yesterday, and it is really nice. Look at that pocket clip. That's just pretty. But little front flipper and other flipper. It's a pretty neat little thing. I do have to say, ergos on it for the size of it are outstanding. Slicey, are you able to thumb flick your XM18 flipper models? Some people will tell me the detent's too strong for them to do that. Yes, some of them I can, some of them I can't. It really depends on how dialed in they are. I only have one regular 18. Right? No, I have two, but one of them has it's the Fullard Spear. Let me see. We'll grab. This is as close as I have to a regular 18. The Warney. Yeah, I can do it. It's but I have had a couple that I couldn't. But once they're broken in, most people can, I think. Thank you very much, Chris Jaskolski. Happy New Year, too. Same to you, Eric W. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Kevin Noccioli. I'm probably butchering that. Noccioli. Thoughts on Andre Villiers? Some of them look really, really cool, but I've never actually had one for a long term. Kai says pocket knives were the most researched thing on the web in 2020 according to news. Is that true? Okay. I will say, as much as I don't want to profit from this horrible virus, I had a really good like March through June as far as traffic goes, and I think a lot of us did, because I think a lot of people were just jumping on. You said middle finger, so I thought you meant something else. Wish could middle finger my XM 3.5 flipper. That's why I grabbed this one, because it's a flipper. I know I can my non-flipper, but historically the non-flippers have a little bit weaker detent. So this is the only like flipper XM that I have. An idea when the Mini Adamas and Career drops? I have no clue, Chris. Sorry. Nav Sergeant's giveaway was sweet today. Wesley says I missed out on that one. So I see thoughts on the 20 CV banner. I'm not a fan of JG10 unless I'm gonna dye it, and I like my S35 banner just fine. I was not remotely tempted by it. The banner is a fantastic knife, don't get me wrong. And if you want to dye it, or you like JG10, or you like coated blades, I don't like JG10 or coated blades, so that was not remotely exciting to me. I wish that Blade HQ exclusives weren't that colorway. The banner's a great knife. Don't get me wrong. I just don't. I prefer my stock blue one. Those bronze class Spartans are a heck of a barn. They are, Chris, very much. I'm going to be doing the review on this probably Tuesday. I will say that a couple of people have had some QC issues with them. Not with this one, as far as I know, not with the Les George, but with the Aster, but with the Talos, I've seen a few QC issues. Some people are really upset that there are Teflon washers in there. It's Teflon and bronze together, but you know, a lot of knives do that. Is it done as a way to mask some other problems? Yeah, it could be. Oh yeah, that's right, you did Nav Sarge. I forgot about that. But I don't have a problem with the Teflon bronze combo, and both of mine have been fine. But I will say, like Shabazz always says, they knew they were going to me. So were mine QC checked? They might have been. It's very, very possible. But Chris Jaskolski, the Talos mini hearts, you remind me a lot of the Spider Monkey. Excuse me. They don't me. I think you commented that in the video, and I meant to reply to the comment. I don't see it when I have them side by side, but they just reminds me of a Harsey. I think it's done so the washer can compress and high tolerance sense. It is left-handed knife use. That's a lot of reason why people do it, but it works. So I don't really have much of an issue with it. especially for getting XHP steel for that price. I don't have that big of an issue with it, but because XHP is rarer than hen's teeth, and I love this steel. But yeah, both of my bronze class Spartans are perfect, but I do know some people have had problems with it. So had problems with them, but it's the first run. Spartans are great people. I'm sure they'll fix it. Hydrate. What are you drinking? I just drank. It's Sierra Nevada Celebration, the 2021. Celia Triple E. I just like the design of this a lot. This Les George, the Aster, it's just fits my hand really well. It's just a big old sucker. I really like it. I think it's an excellent quasi beater. It's not that inexpensive to call it a beater, but Navstar says they sent a replacement right away. Great to deal with. Yeah, I'm sure that this first run they'll have some teething issues. The first run, second run will be fine. They're really good people, and if they're the kind of people that if they call you and say, hey, we want you to change this, they're the kind of people you don't want to say no to. I mean, they're like certified, like military badasses. They're both like I think they're both former special forces. Like, you do what they say, but they're not like that. They're the nicest guys in the world, and but I would not say no to them just in case they have a bad day. How's the Pintail? Excellent. That's going to be my review tomorrow night. I really like it. It probably would have been in one of my top 10s if I'd have gotten it in time. Although the one that won was the Ortis, and it's also Cevivi. I wouldn't have knocked the Ortis out because the Ortis is so cheap and it's so good. But this is just really, really, really nice. And as for the price, an S35 VN and micarta, versus might have better ergos. I assume we're talking about this over the Ortis. No, I would say it's about the same, really. It's not really that big difference. You can feel the pocket clip a bit more in this for some reason, but that's always individual to your hands. I'm getting the Pintail and green micarta and coated blade. Cool, slick. Yeah, the swedge and the Pintail really makes that blade shape. Looks like thing wants to cut. Yeah, and it's that really beautiful hollow grind. I'm just surprised it's S35 VN. That surprised me. When I did the unboxing, I was my reading glasses on, trying to read the tiny little markings they put on the steel on Cevivis, and I was like, oh hell, I did not know that. I never paid attention. Wish it had nested liners, but I don't like when Cevivi does this. It doesn't bother me as much as it does some people, but it does bother me. And the lock bar access is just awesome on this. Pintail's going to be the new Elementum for 2021. We'll see. I don't know. I will say that the knife name shouted at me most in comments over 2020 was Elementum. I should have done special awards for weird stuff like that. Knife name shouted at me most in comments would have been one. Really like S35 VN. Why are people hating on it the last 2 years? Joshua Wilson, I don't know either. I wish I knew. I still like it. I think maybe because S45 VN is out and it's better and everybody's going on about that, and 20CV has gotten cheaper. You see that more. Yeah, but I love S35. I think it's a very, very good blend of edge retention and ease of sharpening. So I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite EDC steels, if not my favorite EDC steel. Chris Jaskolski, does anyone in here know of a retailer current selection of LED tees? I don't, because I have one, and so I stopped shopping for them. Wish Cevivi would slow down on the releases a bit. Planescrafter, I do agree with that. I concur. They seem to be distracted by Sencut, so hopefully they'll be populating Sencut for a while and not doing as many Cevivis. But it's just hard for me to keep up, honestly. Jeremy Russell, I only really complain about S35 VN from Chris Reeve knives. It is a bit soft on Chris Reeve knives, but it doesn't really bother me that much. S35 has just become ubiquitous, like D2. People are bored of it. Yeah, there's probably a lot, mostly folders. It's that is probably true. Didn't SC bend to customer pressure and made out S35E and then proceeded to break it to prove 1095. I think they did do that, but people don't use their knives that way. I think I do recall seeing a video like that, and I thought it was kind of dumb. But I don't recall. Keyword PVK has all the $1,000 LEDTs too rich for my blood. Yeah, you can spend a whole lot of money on an LEDT if you choose to. TVK, I love sharpening up LMAX, but I'm weird. LOL, knife eclectic. Yeah, I don't find LMAX to be that bad to sharpen either. I only have like a couple, maybe only one knife at LMAX now, but when I've had it. Jeremy Russell, it bothers me because they want $400 knife for a subpar heat treatment. Now they're going to tell you, Jeremy, I'm sure you've already heard it, that they do that way on purpose. That's what Chris Reeve always says. We did it on purpose. So I do actually have another Chris Reeve arriving this week that I might purchase from the guy loaning it to me, but I'm not sure. And Umnum's on. You guys keep bugging me about getting an Umnum's on, so is it too early to bring the donk out, the XM24 BD Swaim? Which one? I have two. The vintage or the sheep's foot. I will bring one of them out. I just don't know which one to put away. But I will. I'll make sure to bring it out sometime during the live stream. The sheep's foot. Okay, I'll bring that out in a minute. Spencer Panner says, thank you for the stream, Slicey. I'm quarantining my room. You're making the fever bearable. Just picked up the Seiko King Turtle the other day. Oh, wow. Awesome. And sorry that you're quarantined, Spencer, but I'm glad I can help you out a little bit as much as I possibly can, having had it myself. That was awful. Seiko King Turtle is awesome, but unfortunately, I have tiny little wrists, so I can't really pull off a King Turtle. Considering a monster, though. And well, let's do it now. We'll do time for announcements, and then we'll do pocket checks. I missed the 100 people. Time for announcements. So I have two announcements. First announcement: there is going to be a knife sale this week. I put some stuff up on Patreon. It didn't all sell. I'm putting up a bit more tomorrow. I'm sure it won't all sell. So there will be a knife sale video at some point this week, probably pretty early on. Wide range of prices, some kind of surprising stuff, but some of the surprising stuff already sold. But you'll see that. If you are not a member of the Patreon, then do that, because you get at least 24-hour early access. It costs $2 a month, and I do knife sales almost at least once a month now. So you really got to in the Patreon if you want to get the cool stuff. That's just the way it goes. And I'm very, very picky about that. So if you just email me and say, hey, get, I want to buy whatever, I'm probably going to say no, because I really want to make sure the Patreons get a first crack at it. If I didn't tell you it's for sale, I get mad when you ask me that. I find it annoying and honestly kind of rude to just say, hey, how much do you want for that? Just for something that I showed in an Instagram picture or something. It's kind of rude. And B, I always try to make sure the Patreons get first crack at stuff. The only exception is if friends of mine say they're looking for something and I have it, then occasionally I will sell it. But that's the only time I make exception. Second of all, someone mentioned watches. I have a deal with a watch dealer now, which is probably kind of bad, but good for you guys. But probably kind of bad for me. So I will be having discount codes at a watch dealer coming up later this week when I do. So watch the morning pocket dump videos, because that's the only time I feature watches. And you'll be seeing discount codes from a watch dealer who doesn't have every brand on the planet, but he's really, really good and some really, really good stuff. So check that out. And I'm considering, once I get the website up, I may do watch review Wednesdays, where Wednesday mornings I put up watch reviews. So we'll see. And thank you, Stasa. I appreciate the shekels. Seacarrick raised their HRC a while back. Honestly, it was one of the better ones. Heat treat is on point. I guess I kind of had heard that. Now that you say it, it sounds familiar. I don't know. My Nkosi seems fine, but I just hear that a lot about the HRC, and I know that just their attitude a lot is we did it on purpose. So that's why I said what I did. Oh no, not watches. No, just Wednesday mornings. I'll do Wednesday morning watch reviews. And I'm never going to be in it. I'm never going to have $5,000-$6,000 watches. If I have $5,000-$6,000 watches, it's because I got another job. It's not going to be because of this. I can assure you of that. Can't mess with Papa Nick's advice. Yeah, TPK, I messed with it. You know what? But that's not fair. Nick Shabazz says don't get into watches, but he sold me two of my most expensive watches I bought from him. So he says that. That Buster is something else. It is great. I had Stasa's. I loved it. I had to send it back to him. I was like, am I gonna love this as much when I get it back? I don't know, and I do. I still like it just as much. This is just like Nick's, just like that. I think CRK puts their RC at 58 to 60, which sold to my HRC on Chris Reeves. Hollywood Tactical, it's slightly better. If you do watch reviews, can you make sure review budget ones? Oh, my favorites are the old Casios, Hollywood Tactical. That's, if you watch, I did my watch collection of my Casios. Oh, some of my favorite watches are my like $30 and way under Casios. I love old Casios. They're so cool. Nicholas Coulter, I know you're a big fan of TRM, but have you tried to get a TRM Thunderbird before? It's time to the normal offering still cool. I have not. I'm aware of its existence, but I've never attempted to get my hands on a Thunderbird. Did you ever do a full review on the Emerson Appalachian? No, I didn't, Alex F, because I honestly didn't like it a whole lot. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really like it. And a very good friend of mine, Knife Junkie, was looking for one, so I sold it to him. NAF Sergeant, I kind of want the Seiko Arnold watch from the Predator, but they're like 800. Yeah, I think they make a quartz one that's cheaper, but I'm not really sure. He uses Batarang. Yeah, that's correct. That's how he got me to do it. How many knives do you own currently? I'm trying to assess where I am in my collection. The Jeff Fortner, Nick Shabazz's catchphrase is do not get into watches. My catchphrase is never count your stuff. Never count your stuff. Did I miss Slicey Daily News? Nope, I said it in that last video. I'm still aiming for middle of the month. Yeah, don't count the stuff you collect. You don't want to know. I have over 100 at the moment, but I'm not going to by the end of the week. I will have under 100. And other than that, I don't want to know. Quality over quantity, yeah. Today's been a good day for knife videos. Yeah, there have been some really good ones. I've been watching a lot of them. I watched Snuggle Bunny's collection update video. Well, I watched 2/3 of it, and then I had to jump on here. What else did I watch? I watched another Snex video, because another Mini Buster video, just because, even though I finally got one, I don't know. You want to be validated, make sure it's as good as you think it is. I can't remember what else I watched. Mr. Captain 93 says the answer to how many knives do you own is not enough. I'm not sure about that. Is the Rocot still in your collection? No, it's not. I can't keep them all. I really liked it though a lot. It almost made my top 10. It would have probably been like number 13 of this year. What is this? I gotta scroll and look at this one again. Oh, Metal Complex. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Well, as good as it ever gets to see you, I guess. But I actually meant to go on your live stream last night, MC, and then I got distracted. But I texted you today, so that's nice, right? No, don't start that pickle crap in here. I'll start swinging banhammers like Thor. Spencer Patterson, Slicey, can you get MC into watches, please? He actually has a really nice watch that also Nick Shabazz sold him. So MC, you can back this up. Shabazz tells us all to not get into watches, and then he sells us all his watches. Because he has a former Nick Shabazz watch, too. He has a Seiko Samurai, which is one that I'm very tempted by. I will start banning people if you start throwing pickles. I swear to God. I swear to God. I won't even feel bad about it. I do loathe pickles so much, and not just because they're MC's mascot, but just because I think they're disgusting. Shabazz is like a drug dealer, drug dealing dare officer. He is Jeff Fortner. It's a very good analogy. I'm going to tell him that. Spencer Patterson, he needs more than one. He does need more than one nice watch. I think he needs a dress watch, except for I think he hasn't left his house since March. So maybe MC doesn't need a dress watch. We'll talk more about watches after 9. That's kind of watch time, I think, now. Watch and truck time. Fastball Coyote, I have not held one of those. If you're talking about the Gerber fastball Coyote, my voice is getting higher. 2873 Long, hey MC, good video today. My 2 favorite guys, MC and SD. We are also 2 of each other's favorite guys, so that's nice. We're actually, I know we jokingly feud, but we're actually very good friends. Hey Rennie, 2021, the year of the pickles. True bullion. If it is, you can find me at the bottom of the Genesee River. Scroll up through some more here. If you hate pickles, what are your thoughts on the Spyderco bombshell? Its pickleness is not what I dislike about it. I just thought it's really expensive, and I don't know, I just didn't get the looks of it. Chris just Colsey, MC ain't got nothing on you on the Instant Pot game, though. Oh, you don't even know. I have the Instant Pot air fryer now, the Vortex, the awesome one. My wife got it for Christmas. That thing has gone through some work since Christmas, and I love it. It is fantastic. No pickle joke. What's in your pocket? Yes, we do have to do the what's in your pocket. I forgot to do that. So what is in everybody's pocket? Swap some new screen pieces. I will do that in just a moment. Mine was, while you guys are all saying these, I will swap out. Mine was old school today. Spyderco Sage 5. Spyderco Sunday. I like the Sage 5 a lot. I haven't carried it in a while. I actually was foolishly thinking about selling it, and I carried it again today just to remind myself that no, you're a moron. Don't sell this. You love it, and it's the old school one. It's the one I like. I like it a lot better than the lightweight. Dogma, Chavez, 229 Tonto, Leatherman, Free K2, Steelwool Nutcracker, FireTac. Ooh, FireTac. One of the new ones or the older ones? Oh, you got the new one, so I'm assuming it's the new one. Rockstead Shin, flexing on the nation. Man X2 Lightweight Rex 45. Gail Bradley. I had that the other day in my pocket for half the day. Amazing. Got my Mini Buster. Ordered it from Knife Center. Had to wait a couple months before I got it. Yeah, I thought when they had that as a pre-order, I thought they were full of crap. But they definitely were not. They did show up. We'll remove one concept and just put one on there. The sheep's foot was requested. The big old 24 that Metal Complex says is too big to carry because he's a pansy boy. I hope you're still on here to hear that insult because I wanted you to hear it. It says you can't EDC an XM24. What's he talking about? Metal Complex thoughts on the Triway FireTac. I really am very happy there's a Triway FireTac, but I'm kind of disappointed in the blade shape. It's a recurve. It's like my least favorite of their blade shapes. But it's not that bad of a recurve. I don't know. Here, we'll bring out other stuff that Metal Complex says is too big to carry. Combat Trudon. So I carry them both. Best pick for tie in the 150 range, frame like that, or 150 to 200. That's really specific. Titanium 150 to 200. My brain is kind of fazzling right now. So I'm not really sure. No complex. LOL going for me. Yeah, I'm challenging you. You should carry one of these for a week. And then how many likes are we at? When we're at 68 likes, we have 155 people watching. If we get to 80 likes, I'm going to formally challenge Metal Complex to carry his XM24 for a week, because I know he has one. Although he loves it and he babies it, he doesn't want to damage it. But I'll formally challenge him on Instagram to carry it for a week. Which Star Wars show are you excited for this year? I think the only one for sure coming out this year, Cole, is Book of Boba Fett. Metal Complex. I did. The 24 dropped my pants at a county fair. Well, you know, Metal Complex, there are two things you can do. You can either buy pants that fit you or, like, wear a belt. Both of those things work pretty well. Wicked, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. He just needs to get the knife pants jeans. Yep. Woman at Knife Review. No promo, just Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Woman at Knife Review. He has a channel. You can go check it out. Mando Season 3, though, Steve Walker. I've heard that's not actually coming out next year. It's going to be January. They're going to let Book of Boba Fett run its course before they do Mando. What's a belt? We use ropes in Kansas. That checks out. I actually just had a guy a while ago in one of my comments said something about, I said I wasn't a belt guy in a video, and he goes, well, I can't believe you wear suspenders, like there was no other option. And I was like, no, I just buy pants that fit. I have like 5 pairs of jeans. 2 of them I kind of need a belt for, but that's because I bought them when I was heavier. Like, I just like, you can just buy pants that fit. You don't need to have belts on all the time. I don't like belts. The only ones I like, though, I will recommend are these Arcade. I know REI sells, but I don't know who else does. They're like really nice, kind of elasticy tactical belts, and they are awesome. Metal Complex, are you a 34-30 slice? No, I'm a 32-34. Molly suspenders. There you go. My belly pushes my pants down. I'm sorry to read that in that voice. That was probably kind of rude, John Cottrell, but it just came out, and it's happened now. It's out on the internet, live television. I apologize. Metal Complex, good excuse for why you dropped trout again. Good point, Scott. Yeah, that sounds like an alibi. That doesn't sound like an anecdote. That was very, very funny. Last time I saw my dad, he was wearing a belt and suspenders. My father-in-law does that, I will say. What's really weird, though, is I think I'm one of the only people this has happened to. Yep, 95 likes. So I'm officially challenging Metal Complex to carry his XM24 every day for a week, unless you legitimately have actually done that before. What juice are you vaping? I don't like it. I don't even want to promote it, but the kind that I like was discontinued. It's this Primus vape tobacco. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but it still tastes like it's a little sweet. I used to use Tsunami tobacco, and it tasted like nothing, and I loved it. It was completely plain. Take the Dark Horse out of his protective diaper. Yes. All right, you got me. The corn dogs and petting zoos always get me zazzed up. I think zazzed up must be a Kansas thing. Never heard that before. I've been considering grabbing one of the 0308s from USA Made Blade. They're just right down the highway, about 35 minutes. Jeremy Russell, I'd be broke if I lived 35 minutes from USA Made Blade. I'd be driving down there all the time to grab stuff. Try a click belt. You'll love it. I don't need a belt very often. And I just don't like stuff touching my stomach. Yeah, I would not be able to stand it. The gauntlet has been laid down, MC. Challenge you to carry the Boker Magnum Rainbow Mermaid for a week. Thankfully, I'm immune to a lot of those challenges because I don't have a lot of crap knives, so I give them all away to you people. Jimmy Russell, lucky for me, working night schedule doesn't allow for that. Well, that's very good, Jimmy Russell. It's very fortunate. I'd be taking days off. I'd take a sick day just to go down to USMA Blade. I have a belly and my click belt is the only one I can wear with the buckle in front. That's good to know. The ZTO30 looks really good with that walnut scale. Nav Sarge, it looks good with a lot of their scales. The black micarta one looks really good that they sell at USMA Blade. Trying to remove the belly, in denial. I actually gained 7 pounds over the holidays, which I'm actually honestly quite happy about because I lost 13 when I was sick and I wasn't gaining it back. So I'm very glad to have gained 7 pounds over the holidays. I'm quite happy. I'm a good solid 190 pounds now. So I'm a very scrawny 190 pounds, but it's better than it was. BD Swaim, donk 1 month, no excuses. Which one of us are you referring to? I don't know what donk means. Battle Complex. There's no way my 24 is so pretty. What am I going to do if I get a scratch? You're going to cry like a little girl, and it's going to make me happy. Do I have to loan you my XM24 for you to carry it for a week? Do I have to loan you one? If I loan you one, though, it's 2 weeks. You have to carry either yours for 1 week or mine for 2 weeks. I'll send you my sheep's foot. He ain't getting out of this because he keeps saying that all the time. How do you feel about Garden Tactical? Never had an OTF. Curious. I actually just did a video about that, Joshua Stone. I just reviewed my... I think I have it over here. Where is it? Is it there or is it over here? It's over. Yep. My Recon 035. I actually just did a video about this, like Monday. Love it. Probably my favorite OTF. There you go. Loan me that one. I'll go 2 weeks with that big boy. See, you're just getting to borrow another knife and do more content. I bamboozled myself. All right, my screen is momentarily frozen. Oh, my computer's frozen is why. There we go. Was not the screen, was my pooter. My pooter was on the free. I don't know why I just said that. That was embarrassing for everyone, not just for me, but for you as well in the audience. So I do apologize for that. But now I feel like it needs to be a t-shirt. My pooter was on the free. I'm sending you stuff out tomorrow anyway, so I guess I can. Can't talk about your pooter until 9. Yeah. I can't remember. I remember someone yelling something about talking about their computer when I was young in a southern accent and actually said, my pooter. MC already has all his 2021 videos scheduled. You're right, Nav Sergeant. That is correct. That is correct. Yeah, what is it? Was it from a TV show or something, Joshua Stone? Something about some redneck not being able to figure out their computer and yelling about their pooter. And then there's, Chris just goes, what's the best retailer for Hinderer stock? For stuff in stock, probably DLT. I like DLT. There's nothing wrong with them, but because they have a lot of exclusives that I like, obviously, but because they pretty much have a monopoly on the no oils. But I try to get from USA Made Blade whenever I can. USA Made Blade has lots of latest Hinderers. Yeah, and USA Made Blade does exclusives. DLT has exclusives. For Hinderer parts, DLT is absolutely the best. You can find almost everything. UNMC have me locked in on getting Hinderer this year. Chris Jaskolski, if I can say that I think I can speak on behalf of MCU in this. We apologize for nothing. Scott Whittington's a great guy. You should absolutely all shop there. Yes, Metal Complex. I will say, if you can get it at USA Blade, get it at USA Blade. If you can't, DLT's got a really good A really good selection. Which has better action, Hinderer 82? I think 80-20. Well, the 80-20, it's completely different. We apologize for nothing. Nothing. Now, the 80-20 has just silly good action. But these are good, too. This is 24 running on bearings, and it's pretty damn good. But it just doesn't have that cool, shark lock thingy. Josh Stone, I can't go Phillips screws on Hinderers might do it anyway. Yeah, but it's on purpose. It's because they want it to be like tools that, people actually have that are using, like first responders and stuff. Because he's a first responder. That's why he designs the knives the way that he does. So a lot of it is for that purpose. So stuff that you're going to, like, if you bend a pocket clip, you can take it off with a Phillips screwdriver you probably have in your pocket and bend it back and, that kind of stuff. That detent in the 24, final click in the closed position, nothing else like it. Yep. It's exquisite. So can we revise the winner that you guys voted that his Hinderer was better than my Hinderer, but his Hinderer he refuses to carry and I carry mine all the time? Doesn't that make mine automatically win? Remember when MC and I did that? And I narrowly lost. But my XM18 that I put up in that, I actually carry all the time. You just saw him say he refuses to carry it because he doesn't want to scratch it. Mine actually has scratches on it. Where did I put it? I just had it out to show you guys something else that I could thumb flick it. And now I can't find it. Yep. You said it, dude. You brought it up. I did not drag that out of your voice or anything. There was no duress involved. I can't even find it now. See, I like mine so much that I can't even find it at the moment. There it is. It was under my Sage 5. See, I actually have acquired a scratch on it since I did that video. I actually carry this, like, a lot. Reversed. It's reversed. The Electoral College has been overturned. I should not make that joke. Because actually I'm really worried about the country on Wednesday. I think things are going to be very bad. Also, you don't drink Bud Light. Yeah. Brian, do you think your taste will ever migrate back to smaller pieces for your? I still like them a lot. It's just, I mean, as far as reviewing, I can appreciate them. I very much like them. But yeah, no politics. I'm sorry I mentioned it. It was my fault. It was an easy segue to a joke, and I did it. I shouldn't have done it. But yeah, I still like smaller knives a lot, and I still enjoy reviewing them. But it's just not, they're just not stuff I carry a lot. I think it will once we're allowed to leave the house again, and I'm out and about and performing and stuff again. Then I will definitely have more smaller knives in the rotation. But right now, I just can't. Can't work, can't do stand up, not going to restaurants, stuff like that. So, agreed on 154 CM. I didn't see what somebody said, but I do like 154 steel, if that's what somebody was saying. I know MC does as well. Oh, 154 CM or it's S30V. Yeah, 154. All day long, twice on Sunday. Some S30V is really good, but a lot of it is really chippy. 154 CM is just always easy and nice to work with. All right, I'm going to eat a Pez. I said I was going to do that. And I got the orange ones in here. So I haven't had a Pez since I was like 15. This is the way. The Pez. Kind of tasteless. I can barely taste it. But yeah, what I do taste is kind of gross. Joshua Stone, are you interested in reviewing any Tucson's? I've gotten tips to them like Pez. Vader, please. Actually, I think my Vader Pez. Oh no, it's way on the other side of the room. I do have a Vader Pez. This is not the way. You're right. This is all gross. I don't like it. I forgot what I was even supposed to answer. Oh, Tucson's. I don't review them because every time I do, people, the Tucson fans pile on, and I don't like it. So they always say, you got the wrong one. And I don't like buying stuff from eBay, so there's a lot of reasons why I don't review Suns, but it's mostly the response that I get from Tucson fans in the comments. I have reviewed a few in the past, but won't again. Freedom Advances, fun fact, they stopped making Pez candy in 1997. Anything you buy is their overstock from the lot. I kind of believe it. That's what that one just tasted like. Mauricio Martin's Cheap Knives, CGRB, Best Tech, Cevivi. Which do you think has best quality construction? Oh, Cevivi has it hands down above everybody else. There's nothing wrong with CGRBs and the budget Best Techs, but Cevivis are really nice. I will say, though, the Best Tech higher-end stuff is approaching Wii levels very, very, very quickly. Too many haters on Tucson's. No, it's Lone Wolf. It's not the haters. It's the fans is why I don't review them. It has nothing to do with the haters. It's when I review them, the fans tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I'm wrong, tell me I got the wrong one, tell me I should have reviewed this other one instead. Why do you buy them from a dealer instead of on eBay, you idiot? It's awful. They're terrible. I'm sure some of you are very, very nice people, but a lot of them are just over the top ridiculous. Put the Arroyo in Cevivi territory. Yeah, it's really nice. Freedom Band, where's LHB Art? Or LHB Art tonight is painting downstairs, so she probably has her hands full. It's probably why she's not here. Are Tucson's clones? No, not at all. They're original designs, and I like a lot of them, but apparently I don't like them enough, and I don't like the right ones. 1 minute knife review. Too many fanboy activists. Word. Do the kids still say that? Chris Jaskolski, Best Tech has been OEMing the most popular hype knives lately. They have been, and they're doing a very good job at it, a lot of them. Weird. I say that all the time. Oh, Left Hander said website episodes. I talked about earlier. Still aiming for middle of the month. We shall see. Right now, it's a matter of working out deals with the sponsors that are going to be on here. It's getting all that stuff nailed down is what's holding me up right now. Metal Complex says, give Tucson another year and let all the hype wear off and they'll be more reviewable. Yes, I hope so. And also they come out with, like, you think Cevivi comes out with a lot of knives. Holy crap. At Blaze, choose to give away a belt if you spend $200. Chris, get Ganzo as a sponsor. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've been off. I'm sure every if you have more than 1,000 subs, the GearBest and Ganzo, those guys have offered to sponsor you. But no, thank you. I'm very, 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 very confident in the few sponsors that I will have when the site launches, that no one will object to them, and they're very good, reputable companies. But it's just crossing the T's and dotting the I's and all that stuff. Do they? I honestly don't know. Yeah, you get all kinds of emails from them. 1 minute knife reviews. So how do you feel about sponsors in general? Well, I mean, I've been reviewing products for a living for 20 years, so I'm pretty immune to BS at this point, and I kind of know if you're a good sponsor or not. I mean, yeah, you got to make money at this to do the amount of time that MC and I put into this. You got to make money, and if you're going to take it seriously and treat it as a job, which I do, you got to eat, and it's going to be sponsors. I'm always very open about if I'm reviewing a knife from a company that sponsors me, I say so, and you can take that as you take it. But one of you. Rather, what makes a good sponsor? A good sponsor is one who does not expect anything. And if you give me any expectations, then I will say no. So it's simple as that. It's just as long as you send me stuff with no expectations, other than, if you send me a product and say, "Hey, I want you to do one Instagram post and one video," yeah, I mean that's a perfectly reasonable expectation. But if you say, "Hey, you can't say anything negative about it," I even had a company one time with my bicycle website wanted to send me a product, and they said they gave me a list of the negative things I was allowed to say. Like, they sent me this big long email saying, "We understand that you have to appear objective, so we are willing to accept these two criticisms, but other than that, you can't give any more criticisms." And I said, "Well, then you can jump into the sea." So, Chris Jiskolski, I do not work for Ganzo. Good to know. Yeah, they gave me criticisms like that I was allowed to say so that I looked like I was impartial. That was amazing. I have to say that was I I appreciated their moxie. I'll say that. What's that Woody Harrelson meme? You're gonna die first, but I appreciate your spirit. I think it's from one of those zombie vampire movies or something he was in. Would cut down on the workload. Yeah, it's true. It would. Metal Complex, if I ever design a knife, it's going straight to you, Slice, and you are not allowed to criticize it. I would do nothing but. Even if it was amazing. I'm never going to design a knife, though. Everybody asked me. I've done it like as a fun little exercise in one video, but I think it's much more fun to nitpick everyone else's than it is to make them myself. Right? Here's a Cevivi I don't remember the name of. Is this the Keen whatever? The Keen something or other? I don't have my list of what is what around me. What's this Cevivi they sent me? Do you guys know about that process, like how one designs a knife with a large company? Joshua Stone. See, as far as I know, most guys I know said they either reached out or were reached out to. Keen Natter, there you go. I was close. I had one word of it. We'll put the Mini Buster away. We have a lot of Wii products out. And we'll bring out this. Yeah, everybody bug MC about if he's going to design a knife. Don't bug me about it. Katie Haskins, what do you think about Medford knives? You won't see him on here. And it's not because of the knives. I guess that's all I want to say about that. One knife review. I'd buy one. Bought Cutler Others News. I'm sure that I could sell them. I don't doubt that, but it's just not. I like doing this. This is what I know how to do better. MC knife, 5.5 ounces of textured tie. Knife collected. Yes, let's see. Enough said. Yep. Will there be more 80/20s available in the future? Yes, definitely, Dark Draco. I can't get into details, but yeah, there will be more. 1 minute knife reviews. I wouldn't be able to afford anything MC design now. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have a Hemi in it, probably. Sheep's foot 80/20s. Though, yeah, but maybe. If you're doing a Pintail review tomorrow, actually, I just said earlier I'm doing another one. Or doing one tomorrow. First one, I guess I should say. Not another one. No handle, just one big Damascus clip with a blade on the end. Yeah. I saw on Andrew's IG. Oh, he did put it on the Instagram. Yes, okay. I will say it then. Yeah, there's sheep's foot ones coming. Some more inexpensive ones too, I think. So with some less expensive materials. Rennie, can you remember what fellow comedian said? With a hat like that, you get a free bowl of soup? Was it Rich Voss? George Sliva, is there a red a Medford drama. Did he pull a Strider? I'm not getting into it. Just the YouTube channel, it is enough. I think some of the worst stuff has been removed, but the YouTube channel was more than I can handle. Evilly, so you guys would rather have a Griptilian in 154 CM than S30V? I mean, probably. But they do a pretty good job on their S30V, so maybe not. Just had my 8015 stolen. Oh no, Billy S. Was it a cold steel or a real one? I mean, not that it matters. It sucks either way, but that really blows. Dangerfield it was. All right, I couldn't remember. Rich Voss is always insulting me, so that's why I always assume if it's an insulting joke, it's Rich Voss, because he's probably said it to me in a dream. Voss and I are good friends, but man, he's a mean man. I think that's why I'm so mean to MC, because Rich Voss is mean to me, so I have to pass it down. Right, Dangerfield. Caddyshack is what it's from. It did sound familiar. I'm not going to repeat that BE Swain, but as I said earlier, word. OCD for EDC is live. If you want to go over and continue talking about knives, go check them out. It is 9 o'clock. This is when we get into silliness. So if you want to stay here and talk about silliness, then we can talk about silliness. Watches, the amazingness of the Instant Pot. I need an Instant Pot emoji. Somebody make an Instant Pot emoji for me, and I will use it. That would be so cool. Instead of pickles, I'll have Instant Pots. Cars, sports, kind of. I don't follow a lot of sports. There's no F1 right now, so. How do you view the Spyderco S30V? Pretty cool, but a little chippy. Brian, have you ever done any truck or SUV off-roading? I did, yeah. I used to have a pretty nice Suzuki Grand Vitara, which doesn't sound impressive, but they're actually really good off-road. I had one of those and did quite a bit of off-roading and really enjoyed it. Can we no longer talk about knives this time? We can still talk about knives if we want to, but it's just everything's open right now. We cannot talk about pickles though, Tackle Central. Instant Pots are winning. Oh, the air fryer one. My wife got me the Vortex, the awesome one. Holy crap, that thing is cool. I made like 4 dozen wings with it on New Year's Eve. It's amazing. It's just amazing. I mean, I had to do it in 4 batches, but it was just fantastic. Or 3 batches, I guess, basically. But it was so good. They came out really crispy and nice. It makes French fries really well. And the thing I like about it the most is when you make too many French fries and you want to warm them up the next day, you don't have to if you always put fries in the oven or put them in the microwave, they always come out like crap. You can just throw them back in and you, I'm reading your thing. You just throw it back in for like 3 minutes and they come out just like they were before. Mental Complex. If you had to eat a pickle, describe in category in great detail, texture, size, flavor, innuendo, intentional. I would eat one that looked a lot like a gun and was a gun, because I would not eat it. I hate them that much. Jackfruit in the Instant Pot is so freaking. That sounds amazing. I've just got a hot air popcorn popper for Christmas. So I forgot how good popcorn is. Oh, Logan X. You know what? My family eats a lot of microwave popcorn. We should get one of those. We eat so much popcorn, and I remember those being so amazing when I was a kid. Just got the Ninja Foodie XL Pro Air oven. Evilly, that's kind of equivalent of what my my Instant Pot Vortex is. I think that's the competing model. Air fryers are just cool. I don't care which one you get. Tackle Social Fishing. Bye! I'm dead. 1 minute knife review. I'm feeling a little urgent. Hey, Mark Mole, how's it going? Have you looked at any Pauline or Anna Dane watches? I don't know what those are. We usually do get into watches at times, so watch check. I just have my Seiko Alpinist on today. This is maybe my favorite watch. I know I have the Seamaster that's not mine yet, but it's going to be. But this may be, I may like this more. And it's the newer Alpinist that I know some people don't like as much as the old one, but the old one is only green. The new ones come in colors. And I like the Cyclops on it because I'm a blind man. So, Jordan Chevrolet wearing a Boulder Expedition V2. Ooh, I'd probably have one of those if I could ever gotten my hands on one. Ugh, man, stop rubbing that Alpinist in your face. You can just buy them. You can just buy them. They're out there. They're regularly available. They're just not. I got mine really. This is one that Shabazz sold me for. This is the watch that broke me, I think, when he sold me this. I love it so much. See you later, MC. Have a good one. They have a eBay a lot, but they double in price. Yeah, the old ones especially. Like, the old ones are more than the new ones now sometimes. Got a Seiko Chrono coming in the mail tomorrow. I'm considering a Monster, but I'm ordering another one tomorrow morning. I did a bank transfer. I'm just waiting until 9 a.m. when it comes through, and I am getting a Hamilton King Khaki. I've always wanted, or Khaki King. I'm getting a Hamilton Khaki King. I've always wanted one, and I had a bad year. My Patreon money this month is not going to a watch. Sorry, everyone. Full disclosure, my Patreon money's it's not going to a knife. It's going to a watch. So, are you unreasonable about mechanical watches like Nick is, or do you just appreciate? No, I have a lot of quartz ones I like, if that's what you mean, Freedom Van. But I do really like I like mechanicals better. But probably one of my other my second favorite watch next to this and is my I was wearing it today, the Flightmaster, which is quartz. Yeah, Boulder Expeditions are so hard to find. All right, have one. Freedom Man says, I've got that watch. Hammy was supposed to be my only watch, but I caught the bug. Yeah, I'm getting the champagne dial one because the black one would just look too much like this. And I don't need two of the same thing, so I'm getting the champagne dial one. A Hamilton Khaki Feel Mechanical Grand Prix, which I thought was going to be my fave, but the Boulder beats it out and the rest for me. DR for leftovers alone worth the money. Yeah, you're right. The air fryer is. I've only used it on leftover fries. I haven't. What other leftover things do you use it on, DR? I'm excited to know. I need an Instant Pot sponsorship. I need to find an email that actually gets to their PR people, and then I just need to. Oh, pizza. Oh, I never thought about that. That never crossed my mind. Oh. Rennie, who's planning on leaving their Christmas tree up till Easter? I actually disposed of mine this afternoon. How do you do, though? Do you put tinfoil underneath it so the cheese doesn't run everywhere? And you just put it in for probably just like, what, 5 minutes or something? Katie Haskins, what do you think about the Laureate Neptune? I have one. I have a Neptune V2, and it's probably the prettiest watch that I own. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It's not my favorite watch that I own, but it's not far off, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. How do you like that Cevivi? This one I honestly have not carried at all yet. They sent me a whole bunch at once, and I have not carried it a bit. I didn't like the looks of it at first, but it's kind of grown on me. I'm not sure about the little bit of recurve in the compound grind, but the looks are growing on me for sure. See you later, Max. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Have to be able to respond if needed. Yeah, the Apple Watch, I think that's part of the reason I got into watches too, is into, mechanical watches, is I wore an Apple Watch religiously because my mother was very ill and was in a nursing home, and they were constantly calling me in the middle of the night to say she fell or whatever, and she was fine. And then she passed away, and I no longer needed to be attached to it. I was my own boss again. Because for a few months there, I had a boss, and my parent and my mother was, ill. And now that I don't need to be connected, I don't want to be connected. So, Opinion on giant mouse knives. They make some amazing stuff. Definitely, for sure. Seamaster 300 in blue or black. I would go blue because I already have a lot of black divers, but it depends on what you want. My Seamaster is black, so my Planet Ocean. Well, my soon to be my Planet Ocean. I haven't paid for it yet, but the guy who loaned it to me is in no hurry. So sometime in the next few months, I'm gonna probably tax refund. Honestly, don't tell my wife, but yeah, that's what my portion of the tax refund is going to. Cevivi for sure has taken the crown for budget knives. I think so right now. I think they're pretty unassailable. There are individual knives from other companies that are as good as the best Cevivi, maybe, but if you take the whole collection together, it's better. Baji Nelson says, "Do you still have your Ferrum Forge exec? Never hear about that one anymore." I don't have it anymore, but I miss it quite a bit. I almost thought about. I was talking to those guys the other day, and I almost asked about getting another one. I may have to buy another one. I hope that makes sense, though. Yeah, taken as a whole, Cevivi is better than any other budget brand, but there are individual knives that I think are just as good as theirs. I have a vintage Omega Seamaster with a TV silver champagne dial with the integrated bracelet, but I haven't been able to wear it yet because I got it from Japan and they shipped it without extra links. Oh! Logan X, are you into motorcycles? And if so, money is not. Which one would you get? I'm into big scooters. I had I still have it actually. It's in the garage, but it hasn't. It's sitting there with all the flues drained out of it. It hasn't run in 3 years. I need to sell it. But I have a Suzuki Bergman 650 exec, and I loved it. My wife and I enjoyed riding it, but my crap neck, I can't really handle a helmet anymore. Yeah, I even got one of those $600 or $700 carbon fiber Joe Rocket helmets, and it was the lightest one I could find. And yeah, it was. It's still, my neck still hurt after an hour. So, Jory, the time teller, is getting me some extra links, but the way is coming. I love Jory. I love hanging out on his. You'll see me very often. Oh, I've seen you on there. Yeah, I'm often on his live show. Jeremy Russell, speaking of Ferrum Forge, did anyone else see them get roasted about their custom executive? I did not. Oh, Jinx, somebody else said that too. If I could ride a motorcycle again, though, I'd have a Goldwing. Right before I gave up on it, I did drive all the big bikes, and because I like riding with my wife, so I wanted a full dresser, and it was down to the Harley and the Goldwing, and honestly, I don't want to be a Harley person, so I probably would have gotten the Goldwing. You should come hang out in the T3 Discord too, Jordan. I'm not good with Discord. I don't hang out in anyone's Discord. I don't get the Discord. I don't know. I just don't understand. I think maybe I'm just barely too old for Discord. See you later, 1 Minute Knife Review. I like Knife Center. Good night. That's how I read that. I'm sure it's not what he meant. You just bought a Spyderco Pochi too. Well, somebody's got to buy him, Mauricio. You should go to IG and look at the Ferrum Forge page for the custom exec picks and read the comments. I will when I'm out of here. I'm using my phone right now to record this, so I can't. And my spare phone isn't charged up. My choice be a Vincent Black Shadow regardless of year. If it was just me and I had the perfect body and I could still, like, handle riding them, I'd have whatever the fastest Ducati is. I'm the same way with Discord. I just don't get it. I don't get Reddit very well. I don't understand Reddit very well either. I feel those are two services that make me feel old. What is your preferred online knife seller? I used to really like Blade HQ, but now I don't think I care anymore beyond where the best price is. Obviously, I have to say White Mountain Knives and Southerners Knife Works because they help the channel out a lot. USA Made Blade, DLT. GP Knives is really, really good. I think I get stuff faster from GP Knives than anybody else. DR, your body's perfect. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. My achiness tells me otherwise. How old are you? I'm only 45, but I've been injured a lot, so I'm just busted up, and yeah, things hurt. It's honestly partly just not being able to move. I get up and pace around my house like every 20, 30 minutes. I don't even like sitting in one spot for very long. I can't sleep for more than about 4 hours at a time, and I wake up and have to stay awake for a couple more hours and move around and then go back to bed. Yeah, I've busted. Oh God, I don't even know all my inventory of injuries. Seven ribs, 2 vertebrae, 3 bulging discs in my neck, a hip pointer, broken foot, and 6 concussions, and a broken orbital. I think that's the total of my injuries. Jordan Shively, yeah, I was a chef for 20 years. It ruined my body. Yeah. Fair and Forge, Archbishop 2.0 or the 0562 tie. Yeah, 0562 tie, I think. Oh, but standing on your feet for 20 years can mess you up too. Not by much. I do like the Archbishop a lot as well, but I would say 0562. It really kind of depends if you want that forward choil or not. And my first Maximat PM2 on the way, and I'm second guessing the purchase of the blade retention, worst difficult of sharpening. I wound up getting 2 Maximats right together, and I have not had to sharpen either of them yet, so I will let you know, because the time is split between them. DR sounds like a retired NFL running back. I was a professional mountain bike racer for 2 years. Oh yeah, answers your question too, Jeff Fortner. Most of my accidents were in training, though. Most of my injuries were in training, not in races. Gail Bradley 2 or Ace Biblio? Gail Bradley 2. They're kind of different, though, but I would say Gail Bradley 2. I think my last dream grail knife is the 80-20 you have there, but maybe an orange. Everyone says it's the last. I don't like orange except for in watches. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of thinking about Seiko Monster, and they make it, or the Samurai. They make a Samurai in orange. And it looks kind of cool. I don't know if I'd be able to pull it off. And I do have an orange strap for one of my watches, for my Citizen ProMaster. Oh, have you seen that Surge orange watch? Yeah, that's pretty cool, Jordan. That might be got me thinking about orange watches. It might have been that. Got the Artisan Cutlery Arroyo with purple haze acrylic scales on the way to me from White Mountain Knives. So excited to get an AR RPM 9 blade. The best I can say about that is having had one and used it as much as I could, there's nothing special about it, which is good. That's what you want in a blade steel. So I still need a TRM Atom for scale swapping alone. I'm actually, I think, going to go on the TRM Facebook page, and I'll probably put them on the Patreon first, but they were parts, so I was going to put them on the Facebook. Yeah, I'll put them on the Patreon first. I'm probably going to sell some of my TRM scales. I've kind of settled on like 2, and I don't use the other ones, so I think I might sell some of my TRM scales, my Atom scales. I feel like knife companies are forcing orange accents a bit. I would agree with you, Knife Eclectic. People think, oh, they're hunters. They want, they want orange because they're hunters. And no, we don't. As a whole, we don't. it's kind of silly. Jordan Shively, I have my boulder on an orange strap right now, and it goes well with the dial numerals. Yeah, I have it on my ProMaster because it has an orange hour hand. And it goes with it. It's blue with an orange hour hand, but it is not New York Mets colors. It is New York Knicks colors, to be specific. Even though I guess the Mets are probably a better team to root for than the Knicks, but that's like saying you prefer chlamydia to syphilis. They're both terrible. No orange and no lanyard hole, please. Finally got a ProTech Malibu after waiting and searching. And I think I like my tricked out Spyderco smock better. Well, if you tricked them out, you might like it. You might like it better. I prefer well, I don't own a smock anymore, and I have 2 Malibus, so I guess that says that. Which one I prefer more. I like the red carbon fiber bezels they did for watches. I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't. Oh, I did see those. Yeah, those did look cool. I do remember. I do recall that now. If untreated, one makes you crazy and one makes you sterile. Which, you know, being crazy is gonna, in effect, make you sterile. If you're walking around mumbling and talking to yourself all the time, then it's probably not gonna be pulling it down. Jeff Porter says, "I'll take the Rangers." Yes, I'm a huge Rangers. The Rangers are my favorite sports team of any sport, by far. So you know, compare the 035 to the 040 and pulling trigger this year. I've seen a lot of 040 reviews, or a few 040 reviews, but I missed out on it. I was baroque back then. Mark Mole, ever had any Vostoks? I do have a Vostok. I have a Scuba Dude, and I love it. It's crap. It's a terrible watch, but it's just cool. It's just charming. It's just very charming. Maybe I should do a live show, just watches. What does everybody think about that? Just do a watch. I could do that to announce this new thing I have with this new dealer. I think I should do that. I think I should do that. Getting a Citizen World Time this week. I have a Citizen Perpetual Calendar that someone gave me. Brews and Bands. There you go, Tim Simcoe. You get a gold star. That's good. Yeah, I might do that. I might just do a. I think it's all settled. I think maybe midweek or something like that. I'll do a live show. That's just because I was thinking about doing Wednesdays, do something about watches, but doing reviews. I don't feel qualified to do reviews, but I could do them. I could do a live show about them. And then we could keep it off of this and not annoy all the people who don't like watches. But we're sticking around. We still have 120 people on here. Why do you think few custom makers do deep carry pocket clips? Cost or preference, or they're too comfortable because it will sell anyway? No, I think it's just because, Eduardo, they really like titanium milled pocket clips, and it's really hard to do a deep carry in a milled pocket clip. I have mainly automatics, but I wanted something in the Citizen besides the ProMaster. Yeah. Watch Wednesday live would be really cool, actually. I think Brews and Bands is a pretty, like, some people might think it's an actual band. They might think we're talking about music. Come up with something about it. Jordan Shire says, I'm sticking around because of the watchdog. Hey, I got to do truck shit today. I swore. But yeah, I got to actually use my truck. Does anybody else have a pickup and like they just think it's cool you actually get to use one? Oh, I'm going to answer your question first. Best dress watch for under 150. In my experience, it's the Orient Bambino. Yeah, some people do mill deep carry clips, but it's very rare. I have one on my Nkosi. It's a Lynch one, but they don't look as pretty. It's undeniably they don't look as pretty because you have to put a hole to access the thing, and yeah, so I get why custom makers prefer that. Yeah, but get a Bambino dress watch. I have one. It's really nice. I have a rose gold one. But anyway, yeah, I got to actually use my truck like a truck. I got rid of the Christmas tree. We have drop-off points here, so I took the very dead Christmas tree and threw it in there, and I returned bottles and cans and stuff. I got to use it like a proper truck. Just ordered an Orient Kamasu as a birthday gift for my dad. Kind of want it for myself. Well, I don't blame you, Executive Mode. I've been tempted by a Kamasu so much this year, but I really wanted to save up and get this Hamilton. So why would it hide? Love my truck. YouTube put your comment up for review, Shoe Monster. I have a 4x4 08 Sierra. I look for reasons to use it. Yep, I have an 06 Sierra and two-wheel drive long bed, and yeah, I like using it. It's fun. Apparently, YouTube is biased against trucks. Even being a Seiko 5 SNK 123. Oh yeah, those are really nice too. Brews and watch bands. Yeah, that's stretching it a bit. Come up with something. Oh, I don't even know what that what that reference number is, Jordan. Kiefer will never not own a truck. I think I'm with you. I don't think I will again. Drinks and Dials, it's not bad. I named my 2020 Subaru Forester the Platypus, so I bought a QSP Platypus knife. Richard, I love Subarus. Those are my favorite. Definitely my favorite cars, like daily driver kind of cars. I like those a lot. I had an 06 Outback, which is probably the most useful thing I ever owned in my life, and it was great and reliable and awesome. And then we traded it in on now we have a 2018 Forester. My son and I put ATV in the back of the pickup and headed to the woods. I rode four-wheelers a lot as a kid, but don't use the UCK. Yeah, maybe. Jordan Shively, those marathon field watch pilot watches are all claiming. I have a marathon. I actually got a really good deal on a trade with somebody, and it's one of the older ones with the acrylic crystal. And then I bought my son a new quartz. He wanted a quartz. He didn't want the automatic. Mine's an automatic. I bought my son one of the new quartz ones for Christmas, and he adores it. Beer time. You are correct. Ooh, acrylic crystal is dope. Really, I was kind of I couldn't even hardly find it like on the internet. I thought it was maybe fake for a minute, and then I finally found it from back in the day. Pickups equal tailgating. Mine's full of a quarter of my Christmas tree right now. I have to sweep it out before there was any tailgating. Yeah, the Subarus are just a blast. You need a Citizen ProMaster Tough monocoque. John, there's too big for my wrist. I tried one on. I actually walked into a jeweler and was actually going to buy one, and it's just too big for my wrist. The regular one is all right, but the Tough's just... I have skinny little wrists. And yeah, this is an Alpinist, and it's even pushing it for what I like. You sound like a sports person on the fan. Are you, sir? No. The only radio shows I've ever called into is Jay Moore back in the day, a long time ago. Now we're buddies, but back then I used to call into a show. And I used to be a sports person. I used to do sports stuff on the radio, but not on the fan. It was on a small little local station. Do you have sales numbers for companies like We Knives, Kaiser, Kershaw, Syracuse? No, nobody talks about those at all in order. I'd love to, but nobody talks about them. They're not required to. They're not publicly traded companies, so they're just not going to. Did you order anything from the new CRKT lineup? I didn't. I'm sure I'll get some of them, but I'm not going to pre-order them. You're friends with Jay Moore, pretty awesome. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we work together a few times, and we text every now and then about the Jets. We're not like best buddies or anything, but he responds to me and I respond to him. That's about as close as you get with somebody that's that busy. So I see him live a couple times. He's a beast on stage, just an absolute beast. Currently wearing the Phoebus Proteus. Oh, those are really nice. I saw one of those just the other day. Any recommendations for a good Strop setup? I'm actually a big fan of... Can I get it out? I'm actually in the process of cleaning my office so that I can show it to you guys. The studio, before I move and get a new one. This is the new TRM Strop, which is pretty darn nice. I do actually really like it. I've done a horrible job of spreading the green stuff around on the other side, but yeah, they do a really good job with these Strop paddles. Yeah, there were a couple of Oxdays ones that look cool. That CRKT Pilar 3 I'm sure I'll get, and then there was another one that I really liked. Pilar 3 and D2 I'll be all over with. Welcome back, Rennie. We're about to end this. Mark Mole, are you a Jets fan? As a fellow Jets fan, I'm sorry. We can't even lose properly. Just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. But I'm gonna hang them up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. The numbers stayed pretty good through the whole show. I like that. We got up to like 160 or 170, and the lowest it got is right now 119, so not too bad. Do you prefer long straps? I do, actually, Eduardo. I like them long, and we're gonna leave it on that. I like to end every one of the live shows with something slightly odd. So, mission accomplished. Hope everybody had a very good New Year and continues to have one. See you guys next time.